What's going on, guys? Welcome on back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. It is Wednesday, April 23rd. We are halfway through the week. We have a 15-game MLB schedule on tap for today. Games start nice and early around 12. Real quick, a recap of yesterday. We went 8-7 on our money line / spread picks. We went 10-5 on our over-unders. No parlays hit. A mediocre day again. Like I said, the games get started at 12. We're not going to waste too much time. Guys, don't forget our dollar parlay plays of the day at the end of the video. And with all of that being said, let's jump into it. All right, our first game of the day, like I was saying, 12 o'clock start. We have the St. Louis Cardinals in Atlanta. The series is split. We've called both games correctly up to this point. Today, we're taking Atlanta on the money line. The game total is set at 9, and we like the over 9 total points. For the batting props, 2 total bases, we're taking Riley and Ozuna of the Atlanta Braves. And then we look at our pitching props. We're taking Elder to go over 4.5 Ks and Mikolas to go under 3.5 Ks. All right, on after that, we have the San Diego Padres in Detroit, another series that's split. We called this one wrong yesterday. I took Detroit on the money line. They were the underdogs. Pavetta shut them out. Today, different situation. We're taking Detroit like the first day. We're playing Detroit on the run line. We're playing Detroit plus the 1.5 points here. The game total being set at 8, and we like over 8 total points today. For the batting props, 2 total bases, we'll go to San Diego's Fernando Tatis Jr. and Detroit's Torkelson. Then we look at our pitching props, and we're playing the over for both starting pitchers here. We're taking Hart of San Diego over 3.5 Ks, and we're playing Olsen of Detroit over 4.5 strikeouts. Alrighty, on after that, we have the Philadelphia Phillies against the Mets. The Mets looking for the sweep here today, but we will be playing the Phillies on the run line. We're playing the Phillies, who's favored in this one, to cover the 1.5 point spread. We're playing the under 7.5 total points. We look at our hitting props. We go to Bryce Harper of the Phillies and Pete Alonso of the Mets. Then we look at our pitching props. We're playing Zach Wheeler under 7.5 Ks. We're taking the New York Mets Peterson to go over 5.5 strikeouts today. Continuing along, Cincinnati in Miami. We called Cincinnati yesterday. We got this one wrong since Miami came back late in that one. Today we're playing Miami on the money line. We're taking the Marlins on the money line here. The game total is set at 8.5, and we like the over in this one, over 8.5. We're taking Elly De La Cruz of the Reds and Wagaman of the Miami Marlins to both have 2 total bases for our batter props. Then we look at our pitching props. Singer of the Cincinnati Reds, we're playing under 5.5 Ks. And Alcantara of the Miami Marlins, who's been struggling recently, we feel this is his bounce back game. We're playing Alcantara to go over 4.5 strikeouts today. Along the Yankees in Cleveland. Cleveland going for the sweep today, but we're playing Yankees on the money line. We've gotten this game wrong yesterday and the day before. But today we're standing firm. We're playing Yankees on the money line. We're taking the game total of 8. We're playing the over 8 total runs. Then we look at our hitting props. We're taking Judge of the Yankees and Ramirez of Cleveland. Onto the pitching props, and we're playing both unders of both starting pitchers here. We're taking Rodon of the Yankees to go under 6.5 Ks, Ortiz of Cleveland under 5.5 strikeouts. All right, here's a game we called correct yesterday. Baltimore was favored in that matchup. We played Washington. It was a nice win. Again, it's the same setup. Baltimore favored on the road, and we're playing Washington on the money line here. The game total is set at 9.5, and we like the under in this one, under 9.5 total points. Onto the hitting props, and we're taking Henderson of Baltimore, and we're taking Wood of Washington. Then we move on to our pitching props, and Sugano of Baltimore, we're playing his under 3.5 Ks, and Williams of the Nats, we're taking him to go over 4.5 strikeouts in this one. Right on after that, Seattle in Boston. The Red Sox had a nice win yesterday against Seattle. Today we're taking the Red Sox to cover the 1.5 points. The game total set at 10, and we like under 10 in this one. For our hitting props, 2 total bases, we're taking Julio Rodriguez, J-Rod of the Mariners, and we're taking Abreu of the Red Sox. Onto the pitching props, and we're taking Hancock of Seattle to go under 3.5 strikeouts. Newcomb of Boston over 4.5 strikeouts today. All right, up next is the game yesterday I told you was the game of the day for you to play. Everything hit on it except Shohei. Shohei went 0 for 4. It hurt. It definitely hurt. Today, I'm telling you again, this is our game of the day again. It's going to sound the same again. But we're playing the Dodgers on the money line. We're playing the over 9 total runs. For our batting props, 2 total bases. We're taking 2 Dodgers today. 2 slumping Dodgers at that. We're taking Mookie Betts and Shohei Ohtani. Then we look at our pitching props. The Dodgers still haven't listed their starting pitcher. So the only official listed pitcher is Boyd of the Cubs, and we're taking Boyd to go under 5.5 Ks today. Moving along, Colorado and Kansas City. Kansas City taking these last 2 games, and today we're playing the underdog. We're taking Colorado on the road on the money line. For the game total of 8.5, we like the under in this one. Onto the hitting props, 2 total bases. We're taking Martini of Colorado to have 2 total bases, as well as Bobby Witt Jr. Onto the pitching props, and we're taking Marquez of Colorado to go over 3.5 Ks, and we're taking Lorenzen of Kansas City over 4.5 strikeouts today. Alrighty, on after that, Toronto against the Houston Astros. Houston going for the sweep in this one. Toronto is favored today on the road. We're playing Houston plus the 1.5 points. The game total set at 8.5, and we like the under 8.5 total points in this one. For the batting props, 2 total bases, we're taking Bo Bichette of the Toronto Blue Jays. We're taking Yordan Alvarez of the Houston Astros. Then we look at our pitching props. We're playing Francis of the Toronto Blue Jays to go over 4.5 strikeouts. Gusto of the Houston Astros, we're playing him under 3.5 Ks today. Alrighty, on after that, we got the White Sox in Minnesota. Minnesota looking for the sweep here, and we're playing Minnesota on the money line. The game total is set at 8.5, and we like the over in this one, over 8.5 total runs. Then we look at our batting props, 2 total bases, and we're taking 2 twins. We're taking Buxton and Bader. Then we look at our pitching props. Only the Twins have officially listed their starting pitcher, Festa, and we're playing Festa to go over 5.5 Ks today. All right, on to the next matchup. This is a game we got wrong last night. Pittsburgh in Los Angeles to play the Angels. Today we're playing the Angels on the money line. Pittsburgh winning last night. The game total set at 9, and we like the under 9 total runs. For the batting props, 2 total bases, we're taking Bart of the Pittsburgh Pirates and Joe Adell of the Los Angeles Angels. Then we look at our pitching props. We're playing Haney to go over 5.5 Ks. Kotchowitz to go under 3.5 Ks. All right, guys, you know how we do. We do not waste any time. We're down to our 3 final games of the day. Tampa Bay in Arizona. Arizona looking for the sweep here. And I think they get it. We're playing Arizona on the money line. The game total is set at 9, and we like the under 9 total runs in this one. For the batting props, 2 total bases, we're taking Naylor of the Diamondbacks as well as Suarez of the Diamondbacks. Then we look at our pitching props here. We're playing Bradley of the Tampa Bay Rays to go over 5.5 strikeouts. We're playing Rodriguez of the Diamondbacks under 5.5 Ks today. All right, a game we got completely wrong yesterday. Milwaukee in San Francisco. Milwaukee stomped on the Giants yesterday. But today we're playing San Francisco on the money line. The game total is set at 7.5, and we like the over in this one. For the batting props, 2 total bases, we're taking 2 Giants. We're taking Yastrzemski as well as Fitzgerald. Then we look at our pitching props. We're taking Peralta of the Milwaukee Brewers over 5.5 Ks. We're taking Webb of the Giants to go under 5.5 Ks today. All right, on to the next game. The final game of the day, the Texas Rangers against the Athletics. The Texas Rangers were the underdogs yesterday, and we played them, and it was a nice win. Today, the Athletics at home are the underdogs again, as they should be, and we're actually taking them here. Athletics on the money line. Game total set at 9.5, and we like the under in this one. For our batting props, 2 total bases. We're taking 2 Athletics. We're taking Soderstrom and Rooker to both have 2 total bases in this one. Then we look at our pitching props, and we're playing the over for both starting pitchers here. We're taking Rucker of the Texas Rangers to go over 3.5 K. Sears of the Athletics to go over 4.5 strikeouts here today. Alrighty, guys, before we get up out of here, our dollar parlay plays of the day starts with our pitching props parlay. We go to Cleveland, where we're taking starting pitcher Ortiz to go under his line, Chicago Cubs starting pitcher Boyd to go under his line, Olsen of the Detroit Tigers to go over his line, Boston Red Sox starting pitcher Newcomb to go over his line, and Williams of the Washington Nationals to go over his line. All 5 of those gentlemen and a dollar parlay should pay around $22 to $25, depending which site you're using. On to our hitting props parlay. We're taking Pete Alonso of the Mets, Fernando Tatis Jr. of the Padres. We're taking O'Neal Cruz of the Pittsburgh Pirates, Corbin Carroll of the Arizona Diamondbacks, Bobby Witt Jr. of the Kansas City Royals. All 5 of those gentlemen and a dollar parlay should play around $35 to $40. Once again, guys, thank you for clicking on this video. Good luck to everyone out there today, and I hope to catch you guys on the next